Okay, so I think the majority of you managed to get that. If you haven't, just work through your way back to the slides or perhaps meet up with somebody who did manage to finish it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about special values. So null, like it's something which has zero length. All of these things will again become clear when I give you examples. An name is not available, it's a missing value. So often in data sets you'll have missing values, so it's important to know about that as well. You can have NaN, which is not a number, and you can test that with is.nanx. And so if you divide by 0, computers can't handle divisions via 0. Or if you take the logarithm of a negative number that doesn't exist, so then your computer breaks. So that is not a number. Again, for maths, you have infinity and minus infinity, and we can test that also. So if you divide by 1 via 0, you can get infinite numbers. So we can test and we can ask the computer questions about our variables as well. So we can test, is Thomas a numeric variable? Yes, it is. Yeah. So it will give true or false answers. We can ask whether it's same for days. It says no, because you remember those were the days of the week, so they were character variables. We can ask whether it's an atomic, which means it has only one element to it. That will be answered with true. And we can ask, is the first element character from days, is that a character or not? And then it will say true, because that was mon for Monday. Yeah. So you can, that's useful for checking, for example, where certain things in your data are one type or another type, whether it is a number or a piece of text in it. We can check for missings. Is.na Thomas H, it should be false, and it is, luckily. We can check if there's any missings in days. We can say false, 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 false. We can combine vectors now into a matrix. So we can do that as follows. We can use cbind to do column binding, and we can use rbind to do row binding. So we can take the coffee data. So you remember that I had the days of the week and the number of coffees I had in the week. And I can cbind them, and so combine them as columns, and then we'll get something like this. Yeah. So we'll have the number of coffees a week and the number of days in the week. Yeah. So you can put things together via cbind and row bind. And so that's not a data frame, it's a matrix. So and a data frame is slightly different. And so we can make it into a data frame by taking that coffee data and say as.dataframe, and then we can ask the computer, is it a data frame? And unsurprisingly, the computer says it is a data frame. Yeah. Everybody still with me and sort of understands the purposes? So we can get vectors and combine them. Now you're going to try it yourself together with your partner. So again, work in pairs. Combine the two vectors with your heights. Remember the order which you put in, who goes first, and then make a new vector with your ages. And then I like you to do, like I did, make a data frame with which is team using cbind, and you check that it's a data frame. So that matrix or data frame will have 4 elements. It will have 2 people's ages and 2 people's heights. Yeah, you sort of understand what I'm expecting you to do?